Someone is counting. 17, 18, 19, 20.
Rotten Cupcake, what are you doing? Mr. President, what are you doing? Okay, I'm begging you. I, and the behalf of South Africans, we're begging you. Don't involve yourself between the war. It doesn't involve you. Like, what the fuck?
cANCer, if you're making any contact with Donald Trump, asking him, appealing him to stop this deadly vanity project of his.
We have issued a clear statement that we want a ceasefire. We want this madness to come to an end. And Donald Trump is very busy right now. He's got a war on his hands. And obviously, if the opportunity were to open, we would talk and say there must be a ceasefire. Dialogue is always the best way of ending conflict and then ending war. And we want this war to come to an end immediately. We're losing too many lives, and unnecessarily so. So thank you very much.
Imagine, Mr. President, like, why you keep involving yourself? Here's a video of my two brothers here. They're pleading with you. They're saying, you should stop. Don't involve yourself. But let's take a look to the video.
Ramaphosa, ngiyacela ungayingeni Ramaphosa, iyeke nje ungayingeni, don't enter, ungayithinti, bheka le unako kunye nje Ramaphosa, ngiyacela njengenja yakho, yabo, njengenja yakho ngiyacela mfethu. Meke wayingena ijumpile, it's jumped bro, so please Ramaphosa, njengenja yakho ngiyacela.
Ramaphosa sefuna usifaka kwi-war yini nathi singena nama-nuclear weapons asinawo, kodwa Ramaphosa ufuna usifaka kwi-war. Ngayingeni Ramaphosa, ngayingeni indaba ungahlangene nami, thina sila e-Afrika asinalutho.
It's really simple, Mr. President. Like, why don't you focus on South Africans' issues? You wanna go and make yourself like, are you a hero? Are you some kind of superhero? Like, what the fuck? Like, Mr. President, like, what the fuck do we call that? Make that shit make sense. You overlook the problems, the issues that is facing the country, and you attend. Like, this is getting out of hand. Like, this nigga right here, this Watson Cupcake here is doing too much. English. It's doing too much. Well, Mr. President, Mr. President, I thought I was finished with this guy, but this guy is doing too much. He jerks me like into this. Like, I thought I was finished. Like, okay, I'm done with this. Composure. And South Africa, it is suffering. It is really suffering from a disease called cANCer. You heard me? cANCer. It is eating the South Africa slow. It is eating the country slow. It is draining the country while they looting, while they overlook, while South Africa has more problems. We have to get rid of the cANCer. We have to get rid of cANCer that is eating South Africa up. And this nigga right here, Rotten Cupcake, he always lie. He always lie. Let's take a look to the video.
We want to create jobs. We are going to get everyone in the government of national unity to work to create jobs. I am going to make sure that that happens. All we want is progress to advance the lives of South Africans. That's the main issue that I am going to focus on. If you want to work with me to create jobs, then you are my friend.
He always say, like he usually does, he say he should create jobs, he will create jobs. But he came across with a young woman, with a youth looking for a job, unemployed but qualified. Let's take a look. Let's hear what he said.
What did you study? Communication. How old are you?
17 old.
So you are looking for work now?
I am. I've been such a long
Yeah, you must keep searching.
You cannot be serious.
Much later.
We all know that government does not create jobs. Businesses create jobs.
Imagine, Mr. President, how hypocrite is that? You said you will create jobs. That's an empty promises. That's the empty promise. And you didn't create the job. Instead, they found millions of foreign currencies under your couch, looting. And nobody asked, where does that money come from? So you're telling a youth to look for a job. Like, do you see how your lie come across with you? Catch up, caught up, like English. Nah. Alright. Caught up with you. Your lies caught up with you, always caught up with you. You said you will create jobs. And what do you say to South African, to some South African? What do you advise?
Success will never come and visit you and say, knock, knock, no, hello, I am success. I walked the streets of Johannesburg. I went to 100 companies, 100, door to door, until I got a bursary because my parents did not have money. I decided to go to, I am going to get on my feet. That's how you get success.
Citizen, isn't that familiar to this?
Now, I've never had a government looking for a job for me. You know that? Never. I went to Teba, I took...
South Africans, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. They will always lying to us. It's time to vote cANCer in power. I mean, out of power. What am I saying? I'm tripping. But we have to vote this out, or else South Africa will suffer. And they are doing too much because they know that they are losing vote. They've lost votes, but they have their plan. So they know that they have lost power. That's why they are doing too much. Like, what the fuck? It is time to vote these people out. And vote. Like, this time you vote wise. And vote for the organization that's been on the ground. That has been made. That people are criticizing. Like, do you remember this? EFF went to the hijacked buildings, like trying to evict, like doing in camera, doing like a show. While we know that it was on camera, they were doing in front of the camera, but off camera, like we don't know what they're saying off camera, but them foreigners, them illegal foreigners, they won't say shit about that. But when Operation Tutula is on the ground, they've been making a lot of noise. We must know what's real and what's fake. We must vote for the real. Those who are against the Operation Tutula March and March Action SA, like, you need help. You really need help. Just like this ones. South Africans, we need to wake up. We really, really need to wake up. If you still trust rotten cupcake, you better stop. You better stop. Matter of fact, let me stop if I say too much.
President Ramaphosa, for once, do not treat us like idiots. Every year at SONA, it's the same thing. Big promises, but zero delivery. In 2019, you promised to connect our cities by building bullet trains all over the country. Since then, China has built 12,000 kilometers of high-speed rail. What do we get 6 years later in our beautiful South Africa? Not a single track laid, not a single train running, not even a master plan. In 2020, you promised a University of Science to the people of Ekurhuleni. It's 2026 now. Where is it? I'll tell you. It's just bushes and a rotting building. And who can forget when you sold South Africans a smart city in Lanseria, a post-apartheid city of jobs, technology and opportunity. Today, there is no city, there is no economy, there is only excuses. So, Mr. President, this SONA, don't give us new promises, give us answers. Explain why every big promise under your presidency collapses into nothing. You are a president of nothing.
Within the next 10 years, we will make progress in tackling poverty, inequality and unemployment, where no person in South Africa will go hungry. Yes, where no one amongst us, as we look at all our people, will be a person who goes hungry. And this is a bold plan for the next 10 years, and I believe we can achieve it. We should also be bold enough to say 2 million more young people will be in employment in the next 10 years. Let us make these commitments now to ourselves and to each other, knowing that they will stretch our resources and capabilities, but understanding that if we achieve these goals, we will fundamentally have transformed our country.
Wait, Malema, I'm still coming there.
Honorable Malema, I'm coming to land. We have created over 2.5 million opportunities through the presidential employment stimulus, mainly for young people and women. This government is going to be all about to create jobs.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Oh, for God's sake, I can't stand this.
Ca'ncel manje. Hawu! Fusek Ramaphosa, fusek!